Andre Ward retains his unified light heavyweight world titles with an 8th round TKO over Sergey Kovalev. Now, before I get into my breakdown of the fight, I have to say that that was one of the most bizarre and disgraceful stoppages I've seen in a world championship fight in my life. What in the world was that? Yes, Kovalev got hurt by an Andre Ward right hand 10-20 seconds prior to the stoppage. And he was holding on. There's no question he was hurt from a headshot. But Andre Ward proceeded to hit Sergey Kovalev with numerous low blows, which the referee didn't pull him up about, didn't warn him about. And in fact, that's the reason that Sergey Kovalev sank down against the ropes, because he was getting hit with low blows. Very low blows. And somehow the referee jumps in and stops the fight? What the hell was that? Okay, Kovalev wasn't punching back, but the punches were blatantly low. Now, I'm not saying all of them, but there was a lot of them that were low blows. And even still, Kovalev wasn't out of it. So it was a bizarre stoppage, a terrible stoppage. As far as the rest of the fight goes, no, look, I did pick Sergey Kovalev to win this fight as I picked him to win the first fight. So this ain't no sour grapes, I'm being objective. I felt like Andre Ward boxed a much better fight this time than he did first time around. He didn't get hurt in the fight. The only person who really got noticeably hurt with a headshot was Sergey Kovalev this time around, which was surprising because I felt going into this fight, the least likely outcome would be Andre Ward winning by stoppage. I felt like either guy could win on points. Kovalev maybe not Ward out, but the least likely outcome was Ward stoppage. So, that did happen. Stranger things have happened in boxing. I wasn't expecting that, but there you go, it happened. I felt like Ward boxed a better fight overall than he did first time around, but it was still very competitive. The rounds were very, very tight. There wasn't much in it. I did feel, however, as the fight was going on, that Kovalev was tiring a little bit more than Ward. That's what I felt. But, Ward was, and I'm not saying it's all down to low blows, but Ward was landing low blows throughout the fight. Let's not get it twisted. He was landing low blows throughout the fight, but he was also landing clean body shots throughout the fight as well. So you can't just say it's all because of low blows why Kovalev tired. No, Ward was doing plenty of legitimate work as well as those low blows. Very lucky Andre Ward, to be honest, to not get a point deducted for the amount of low blows that he was connecting with. Really disappointed by the stoppage. I would have liked to see the stoppage conclusive. I mean, particularly after the amount of low blows that Andre Ward got away with, I would have liked to see a more conclusive stoppage than that. One thing I will say though is before the fight, I was saying that Sergey Kovalev strikes me as kind of the bully type. The type of fighter who, when he's hurt and when he's really up against it and somebody's really putting it on him and he's in trouble, he's not the kind of guy who would be a Holyfield in that situation. He'd be more of a Mike Tyson. Now, we didn't exactly see a Mike Tyson when he was hurt against Andre Ward, but he did kind of, he did kind of fade away a little bit. He didn't come roaring back. He kind of faded away. Yes, he was getting hit with low blows, but a vicious fighter like that, you expect him to respond back and, attack Andre Ward for hitting him with them low blows. But he just kind of sunk into his fate without really putting up, too much of a fight in that particular moment. So maybe it was because he was still buzzed from the headshot, from the good right hand that Andre Ward did land. And Ward put everything into that right hand. Ward is not a good right hand puncher, but that right hand right there, he loaded up on it and he landed flush. And, if you land flush like that and you put in all your weight in it, it don't matter whether you're a big puncher or not, you're going to have some type of effect. Kovalev is not an iron-jawed fighter. He's been knocked out in the amateurs before. He's been dropped as a pro against Darnell Boone. So, I'm disappointed. One thing I was hoping for prior to this fight is that we had a conclusive result. And if they had let this fight continue, we might have had a conclusive result. But the way the referee stopped it, honestly, people, if you can explain to me how the hell the referee stopped it there and try and justify it, then please give me your explanation in the comment section below, because I can't see any justification for stopping the fight like that. That was disgraceful. I doubt there's going to be a third fight between these guys because there's no rematch clause in the contract this time. And because the two sides are so acrimonious towards each other, I can't see them sitting down and deciding to do another fight. Obviously, the Kovalev team will probably like to do one, but I can't see Ward and his team wanting to work with Kovalev again. So, yeah, I'm bitterly disappointed that this fight has ended in controversy again. However, Andre Ward certainly did a hell of a lot more damage to Kovalev. Not just in terms of fouls, but he did a lot more damage to Kovalev in terms of legitimate punches than he did first time around. And I think he probably got, whether Kovalev admits this or not, he probably got Kovalev's respect more in this fight than he did in the first fight. So, yeah, disappointing because it's ended in controversy again. But, I don't know. I've got mixed feelings about the way this fight panned out. Really mixed feelings. You know, Ward did a lot of good things. Kovalev did good things too. Kovalev was boxing well. Especially his jab. His jab was very strong. But, oh man, the way the fight ended, it just left a sour taste in my mouth, man. I was really hoping for something conclusive. And it was a good fight, a much better fight than the first fight. It was warming up really nicely. As both fighters were slowing down, they were starting to land more cleanly, particularly Ward. And I would have liked to see what happened, you know, down the stretch. But we didn't get to see it. Anyway, people, drop your comments in the comment section below. Let me know how you felt about the fight. Let me know how you felt about the stoppage. Do you think it was justified? Or do you agree with me that it was disgraceful? Drop it all in the comment section below. It's happening. I'm out.